One method of finding the least common multiple of a list of numbers is to simply make a long list of multiples of each number. However, when we're working with larger numbers, or when we're working with objects more complicated than numbers, this method doesn't work well or doesn't work at all. So we need a more sophisticated method to work with more complicated things. Suppose, for example, we wanted to find the least common multiple of the numbers 147, 84, and 63. I think you'll agree that with these numbers, we don't want to just multiply them together, since the resulting product, 777,924, is inconveniently large. So we really do want the least common multiple. Although the numbers we're starting with are pretty large, they're not large like 777,000 is large. So the steps in this method are, first, to factor each number into primes. I'm going to start with 147. Now, looking at 147, it's not obvious what numbers it might have as a factor. I know that 2 is not a factor because it's odd. So I'm next going to try 3. 147 divided by 3. You can use a calculator for this division if you like. We get 49. Oh, so now that we've found one factor, we get to work with smaller numbers. 3 is prime. 49 is 7 times 7. 7 is prime. You should probably know off the top of your head that the numbers 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and 13 are prime. There are a lot of primes after that, but you can spot those by just trying to divide them up. Okay, 84. Maybe it's obvious to you what factors 84 has. If your 4th grade teacher forced you to memorize multiplication tables to the 12s. Otherwise, this is an even number. So 2 is a factor. And 2 is a factor again. And then 21 is 3 times 7. Okay, finally, we're going to factor 63. 2 is not a factor, but when we try 3, we get 3 times 21, and then 21 is 3 times 7. Okay, so now we've successfully factored each number into primes. Just copying this for easy reference, we have 147 is 3 times 2 copies of 7, so 7 squared. 84 is 2 copies of 2 times 3 times 7, and 63 is 2 copies of 3 times 7. Okay, and now we're ready to build the least common multiple. The least common multiple uses the highest power of each prime. Another way to put that is that the least common multiple contains all of the prime factors of each number. So let's build. The prime factors of 147 are 3 and 2 7s. The prime factors of 84 are 2 2s. I don't have any 2s, so I need 2 of them. A 3, I already have a 3. A 7, I already have a 7. And then the prime factors of 63 are 2 3s. I only have 1 3. I need 2 of them. And a 7. I already have a 7. So my least common multiple, actually working this out on my calculator, is 1,764. Now this is a very large number, certainly, but it's smaller than that 700,000 that we saw. On the other hand, I don't really want to list multiples of 63 all the way to 1,764. So I'm glad I have this method available.